All set for kickoff here at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from the bank. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. He's got room to roam. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Lamar now from the gun. Headed out right. He can run it. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long. All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Andrews has it, working downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
The gun, a give to Hill. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. 8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
Middle.
A give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Thomas on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Lawrence starting with a throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Once again here, 2nd and 10. Gets him downfield. This is Thomas. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
Right open. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Lawrence to throw it. Cut near the goal line. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Wallace with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at 1st down here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Baltimore
First down, here's Lamar. Hits him on the out route. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Lasers this one deep down the middle. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
On fourth down and 5, the offense staying out there. And again, it's Jackson. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. So they go for it on fourth, partner, and they get it in a big way, 25 yards.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On first down, Jackson. He brings it in. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
This is Henry on second. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on third and short. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First down throw, Lawrence. That finds Hunter downfield. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for our Jaguars. First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens stack a big return onto that pick. Look at this. They've got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with first and goal waiting for him. Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Brought in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Jaguars 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. One touchdown and one interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15. Baltimore running its offense out now. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
7-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
What are reading? What is it? Hey, report! Report!
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
A gain of 3
A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Henry has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Tootin now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Jaguars going on offense one final time in the opening half. They're going to have to be quick about anything that they want to do here, partner. Enough time for a few snaps at most. 1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Now Lawrence on the play fake. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 1-score game before halftime.
Quarterback and receiver, yeah, they'll get the credit. Those numbers and those stats, they're theirs. But that play happens, Kate, because the big guys up front give them enough time to make it happen. From one side of the field to the other, bingo.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Thomas on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Jacksonville has its offense out there to start this 3rd quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit.
Hey,
A tight end in motion now. Sending a tight end in motion left. Tootin gets it from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Looking quickly here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. On the move, headed right. Brought in right side. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
11.
Jaguars, first down.
Now Lawrence. Here's a screen for Tootin. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Lawrence with it on first. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Red. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Into the hands of his running back, Tootin. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And goes to the hurry up here.
13 yards on the play. That's another Jaguars.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Back to one of his favorite targets this drive, but incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this.
All right, let's go. Hey, so 11. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Here's Tootin. That's a gain of 10 and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
From the red zone now. Buying some time right. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense to the line fast.
Easy. Read of 24. 11. Go. Let's go. Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. And we'll bring up 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Forced out to his right.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, it denies the 1st down.
13 loose. Go. Mix. 30 left. Hey, kill.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Hurting themselves with that delay of game, Brock. It's now 2nd and 6.
Hey, Ron!
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Hey! Check that! Silver!
ETN. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Wester on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
At the 25-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Hauled down by Andrew Winger. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Nickel look by the Jaguars here, 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college games to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
4th down, here's Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Lamar throwing again. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Tootin now on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And That's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
7 yards.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Offense up to the line fast.
Loss of 8 yards. 3 and out.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and did not.
Got along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Return.
Looking to throw. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Extra point is up and through by Loop. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. Tootin now on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And this could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. When they blow up the opening play of this drive, love the aggressiveness from this defense.
A loss of a yard.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Rolling left, buying some time. Catch made over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Lawrence to throw it. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with third and long. To throw. Pass caught. It's Hunter. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
It's a gain of 11. That's another.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this is caught for a score, and we are not done here yet. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts from the goal line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation. That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
180. What? 180.
They're going to pass it here. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. First and 10 now from the 46.
46-yard line.
180. 180.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finding Flowers. That's a first down for the Ravens, partner. And that should all but do it here. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36. Back to throw. He's still going at the 30. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Copy the pace here as the clock continues to run.
That's another Baltimore first down.
He'll look to throw it. Cut near the goal line. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Ravens 42. Jaguars 28.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Tootin now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a two-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens return the interception almost to midfield.